So let's get familiar about some key factor about this malware analysis. And we are going to discuss what is malware analysis and why we need malware analysis. Is it good for future? We are also going to discuss this and what malware also says to exactly and how it affects it. Incorporated non-corporation area like governments and some other companies like private companies like Infosys, Wipro, and so many. There are so many companies. So here we are going to all this company is going to use this, and we are going to cover all these things in this video. So let's get started. Malware analysis is the process of understanding the behavior and the purpose of suspicious file or any other kind of URL. So let's say that you have received an email from someone, or this email include file or URL, and you want to check whether this file or URL malicious or not. And this is where malware analysis come. Okay, we know now what is malware analysis, and let's discuss what does it basically do. And let's say a malware analysis and start with a piece of malware software code, basically in the doing some research in a piece of malware malicious malicious piece of code or software, and to understand its goal, like what it do and how it exactly does, and how it in our system or server, and what was the effect in our system. Okay, so the threat data used to come, like we can say, used to accomplish such an attack. We basically collect the information, what exactly do and how it do, and what was the impact. So this is what exactly malware and the sales do, and they also create a solution for that and generally. So here there are two implements setting for malware analysis career, working for, and second is working for enterprise security. Okay, so these companies basically hit the malware analysis do. They examine the attacks and they create the solution to get a better and defend in the future. Purposely, basically we really have a good career ahead, because there are a lot of company, just like Wipro, Mandre, JP Morgan, IBM, Amazon, Flipkart, and all these, including like bank, SBI, CD Bank. These are companies, and government companies provide companies hire the malware analysis to examine the malware attacks and the malicious files, or suspicious files. They exactly do the process in understanding that rather file that is malicious or not. If it is malicious, then they provide the solution. Okay, the question is that is the career for you, that you need to ask for yourself. Like if you really love to play with the computer and computer basic building blocks, and you're really curious about how the things you get done inside the computer and how the binaries work inside the, the system and hardware, and how they interact with the internet. If you're really curious about that, then you can say yes, that this is really good for you. So far we can discuss about malware analysis and what exactly it do, and we also discuss really good for your future, or for career or future. And yeah, so part in this video we can discuss about uh, what it is, and let's say we get an email, what it is. So here, let's say we get an email from anyone, okay, and the email, that is an attachment like file or any kind of URL that could be the malware or suspicious, and we need to find out, so this we are virus for, or this is a malware, we need to find out. So for this we need to do the analysis, and there are two types of malware analytics, that is static and dynamic. So we are going to discuss about these things, and I'm going to show how this static and dynamic are going to work, and how we can say they are hybrid. Some of two that we discuss, like, and dynamics. So here we discuss there are the types of analysis. First static, and the second dynamic, and we can say third is memory analysis. This is going to be the more complex if we are going to talk about memory analysis. Okay, we are going to discuss first. Let's say I'm part of examining company program or code without executing the program in a very easy. We can say that we don't need to run the file or any kind of code or software. We're going to do analysis on that without running it, or we're going to just trying to get the thumbprint of the file. So we can get the overall scratch idea that is a suspicious idea. Not, oh, that is this is doing something else or not. Okay, so the static analysis basically is to gain some information without executing. That's the purpose of the static analysis. So we're going to discuss about the static analysis. So as we discussed, static analysis does not require the code is actually running. Instead, the static analysis examines the file for like some signs, some malicious content. It can be useful to identify the malicious infrastructure or libraries, or maybe it can be seen in the back file. Let's say we have a bunch of tools like PID process ID stand for OK. Let's say we have example like we can drag and drop that we can see there is a P encrypted file. Okay, there is basically this tool are going to give some kind of information, and from this we are part that we have a PE studio. In PE studio we can also drag and drop and we can examine the file without running. So we see here there are a lot of things indicator wireless tools, DOS, sub rage file, hydro and air tracing. So these files we need to examine, and these hatches are these thumbprint of the file. So we basically need to load this information, and we just can do the operation that is suspicious or not. We can check the strings. We can check the libraries, what libraries it is using. So basically here, the static analysis, we can say the technical indicator identifiers such as named hashes, as I show you here. So strings such as IP address, domain names, and file hydro data can be used to determine whether the file is malicious. I've, since the static analysis does not actually run the code, as we discussed this, from this, the static analysis does. So there are the bunch of tools like PEID, PE Studio, and we have the PBear. The so Bear basically do let me show you what PBear do. So we have the sample. We need to drag and drop. Let's say we drag and drop. We can see there is some hexadecimal table. There is assembly codes, and basically these, if we are going to discuss these about, we need to dig deep, So this information just to get this getting the scratch is malicious or they're suspicious or not. We're going to discuss in depth these tools, PE Studio and PID, and dynamic analysis malware. So here, what is dynamic malware? Unless and it's basically we need to execute suspected malicious code or software in a safe environment. So here, the closed system enables security professionals to watch the malware in action without the risk of leading it. In fact, the system or escape into the enterprise network. That's why we need to make safe environment for the dynamic analysis. So in dynamic analysis, we provide that the threat hunter and instant responder with a deeper visibility. As a secondary benefit, automated is sent boxing eliminate the time it would take to reverse engineering file to discover the malicious code. So basically, what we can do is download these files, and these time we execute it. When we execute it, we are going to monitor how this is going to work and how this file is actually behaving in our lab or in our machine. So dynamic analysis, we use some tools like the process explorer. Basically it shows running process what is allowing, what registry key is allowed. And the second, we have the process of monitor same. There is explorer that we monitor. So in this file we can also check the way the path, exactly the path of this is going to be. So this is a process explorer, and here it shows the running process, what is allowing, what registry key is allowed, and to process it. Second, we have the process and a monitor same. So in this the file, we can also check the way the path, exactly the path of this is working, and where the registry key modification is happening, or where is the file writing or accessing or deleting is done. So we can check what kind of file and what registry key and what path are used in this malicious file. And then after we have the IDE adapt pro basically do the reversing the whole malware. So we're going to discuss all these details. What exactly a malware doing and while it's running, or it's containing where it's jumping. So this is all we are going to discuss and more deeper. So you can here observe the basic working of this, the desktop and the process explorer.